Hello everyone and welcome back to Das Haus with Tom's Gun. And today we're going to be making Spaetzle, which is a German egg noodle. I'm not making the Spaetzle from scratch. If that's what you're looking for in this video, then sorry, I can't help you. So I usually do it with the store-bought variety. I'm going to show you which ones I bought. So this is the brand I bought. There you can see the word Spaetzle. If you're looking for it, I get it in a local specialty deli. It's a German deli. You can find it probably in a German deli, a Swiss deli, sometimes even a Eastern European deli. And just follow the instructions on the bag. This one, you need to boil it for 13 minutes. So what I tend to do is, and salt your water as well. What I tend to do is I boil it probably a minute and a half less than what it says, because after it's boiled you drain them and then we're going to actually prepare the Spaetzle. So the way I was taught, and again I'm going to preface this by saying that my family's from the region of Kassel, which is, you know, kind of central Germany. So this is how, you know, we were brought up doing it. So you're going to need some bacon. I'm going to use 10 slices for this size bag. All right. This is 500 grams. So that's about a pound. A pound is 454 grams, so it's a little more than a pound. So, like I said, 10 slices of bacon, finely chopped. And I'm using two medium-sized onions, but they were a little bit on the small side, and also quite finely chopped. All right, so you're going to need that, and you're going to need a pan. You're going to need some butter, and at the end you will need some fresh parsley and salt and pepper, obviously. So those are the ingredients we're going to be using. So the first thing we need to do is boil the Spaetzle, get those going. So once my water is up to a boil, I'll come back and then we can start with the second step. Alright, so as you can see, the water's up to a boil. I've salted the water. Now we're just going to pour these in. And I'm going to set my timer. So the bag says 13 minutes. I'm going to set my timer. I will actually set it for 13 because by the time it's going to take a little, you know, about a minute or so for this to come back up to a boil. So let me just set my timer. Okay, now I'm going to start. Let me see. Let me turn on this burner because I'm going to move my pot over. So I'm going to move my pot over here so that I can get my pan on the bigger burner. So, hope you can see that. Let me move this over. So I've got a big pan which I'm heating up, and that's what we're going to use now to fry the bacon and onions. I'm just going to get myself a wooden spoon. So there we go. So as you can see, my noodles here, the Spaetzle, are coming back up to the boil, so that's good. And I'm going to do my bacon and onions in here. That's already sizzling. And off to the side, I'm going to be serving my Spaetzle today with schnitzel. If you want to learn how to make schnitzel, I have another video up already about doing that. So hopefully I'll remember and I'll link that for you down below. So here we go with our 10 slices of chopped bacon. Let's get that in here. And let's get that frying. So you're going to fry these until they're to the point where it's starting to get crisp, but you don't want these really crispy. You don't want these, you know, that crunchy in your Spaetzle. So let me fry these, and you should not really need any more oil than what you're going to be releasing from the bacon, and we're going to use that then to fry the onions. So when the bacon is at the stage where I want it to add the onions, I'll come back and we'll continue. Alright, here we go. So The bacon is just at the stage where it's just rendered of most of the fat and it's just starting to brown. So at this stage, you want to add in my case, 2 small, well, medium to small medium. Does that make sense? Onion, and we're going to stir that around, turn down the heat a little bit, and now we're going to let this continue to fry. At this stage, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. So I'm just going to sprinkle the whole surface with a light layer of pepper. Not quite as much salt because there is salt in the water, the pasta water, the Spaetzle water, and there is salt in the bacon, obviously. Alright, so, oh, there's a big chunk I didn't get chopped finally. So, now it's just time to let this fry down, simmer down. Just have to flip my schnitzel. Okay, so let's just let this fry down. Once it's at the stage where I want it, we'll come back. Alright, so I've got the bacon and the onions where I wanted them. The bottom of my pan here was starting to get a little bit too dry, so I added about 1.5 tablespoons of butter, just so that nothing would burn to the bottom. So now that we've got this done, we're going to add more butter. You know, what's German cooking without bacon and butter? So you want to add quite a bit because you need this to coat all the noodles. I'm just going to make myself a little clear spot. Throw that in. So what is that? 1, 2, let's say about 3 tablespoons. You can see the size of this chunk. I'm going to melt that down. My noodles, I've already taken off the heat. They're in a colander. Just going to flip my schnitzel. So let's melt this down. And then once this butter is all melted, you're just going to give this a quick toss. And then we're going to pour in the noodles, the Spaetzle, and we will let that we'll turn down the heat and we're going to let it, I don't want to say fry, but we'll let all the flavors combine and we'll let it cook together for a few minutes. It's better if you can, like I wouldn't serve it, toss it and serve it right away. You do want all these flavors to cook together because the noodles, the Spaetzle, sorry I keep saying noodles, I mean they are a noodle. It's an egg noodle. The Spaetzle, because we didn't cook it right to make them soft, they're just a touch al dente. They'll be able to soak up some of this bacon and butter and onion flavor. I think I will still need a little bit more butter. So let's add in another tablespoon. Get that melted down. I mean, it seems like a lot, but don't forget, this is a whole bag of Spaetzle. That will serve a lot of people. I would say at least 6, if not 8. So let's just get that going. And if you have extra, it's no big deal. I put it in the fridge and the next day, warm it up in your microwave, and you're good to go. Okay, so let's get our Spaetzle. Let's pour those in. So this right now is on a medium-low heat, and you're just going to toss everything together so that there is bacon fat and butter. Doesn't that sound low-cal? So that there's the bacon fat and butter and onion on every Spaetzle. So at this point, I would give it a taste. and adjust your seasoning. And by seasoning, I mean salt and pepper. Once in a while, I'll add, you could either have fried some garlic along with the onion. If you do that, I would suggest at least 2 cloves. Or at this stage, you could add a little bit of garlic powder. But I think today we're going to forego the garlic. Alright, so let me just get a fork. Actually, first thing, let me take my schnitzel off before I burn it. Flip that one. Put another one in. Alright, just getting a fork. Just give it a little try. So you see how it's sitting, how these noodles here, because they were on the bottom, they're getting just a touch brown. That's great. Don't let them get too brown because then they're going to get crispy. But the flavoring was fine, by the way. So I don't need to add the seasoning. I don't need to add any salt or pepper. So now I'm just going to put this on a very low heat. I'm going to let it just sit here. Flavors melding until I have my schnitzel done. And then we'll come back and we'll plate. Alright, so there we go. There we have a plate. Typical German meal. Schnitzel, Spaetzle, some cucumber salad, a couple of slices of lemon for your schnitzel. And just wanted to mention that before serving the Spaetzle, I added 2 to 3 tablespoons of freshly chopped parsley. You don't need to do this, but it's a nice touch. It gives a little bit of freshness and relief from the bacon. So there you go. Really give this a try. I have a video up for I will have a video up for the salad, and I already have a video up for the schnitzel. I'll try to remember to link that below. And this is a great hearty meal, great meal in the middle of the week. Not too fancy, easy to make, and enjoy. So bon appetit, guten Appetit, and bye-bye.